We are children of the sea. We are children of the sea.
Himai Kako, welcome to the 10th annual Nakamakai Paʻakai Gala.
Aloha mai kako! Welcome to the 10th annual Nakamakai Paʻakai Virtual Gala presented by Patagonia. I'm Keahi Tucker.
And I'm McKenna Maduli. Once again, the annual Paʻakai Gala comes to you virtually.
Tonight we'll be celebrating the mission, vision, and programs of Nakamakai, a Hawaii-born nonprofit dedicated to empowering youth by connecting our keiki to the kai and aina to nurture a deeper sense of aloha and kuleana for the natural environment and themselves.
And we'll be honoring two wahine who've been inspirations for our keiki and community, Rel Sun and Alicia Higa.
And we'll also bring you original music, all from this CD, Nakamakai's very own music album, Children of the Sea, Nakamakai, which you can download now on your favorite music platform.
We'll begin our program with an oli that's featured on the album. And I'm joined now by Nakamakai founder Dwayne DeSoto, who co-wrote the oli with Keone Ko'oha. Aloha, Dwayne.
Aloha e McKenna.
Mahalo nui for having me back, and I'm really excited to learn about what inspired this oli.
This oli was inspired by our senses, and while sailing on Hokulea from Rapa Nui over to Marquesas, I had the privilege of hanging out with my buddy Keone, and I said, I asked him, can you take my mana'o and make it into an oli for our keiki so we can have an oli at all our events? So I'll try, give it a shot. And this is what we came up with. And then magically, Kimie them turned it into a mele even and made it have a great rhythm.
I love it, I love it. All right, everyone. This is Nakamakai's Oli Ho'oma Kaukau, performed by Hoku Velo, Kaipo'i, Kala, Ki'a Nui Nui, and Puamakamai DeSoto.
Na Nakamakai. Na Nakamaka maka ala kako. Na Nakamaka maka ala kako. Eleu pepeo ia o kako. Paka makani, makakau kako. Na Nakamakai imi ke kako hai. Na Nakamaka maka ala kako. Eleu pepeo ia o kako. Paka makani, makakau kako. Na Nakamakai imi ke kako hai.
Nani no! And we continue the Paʻakai Gala with an Ava ceremony honoring Kanaloa, performed by Nakamakai board member Laiana Wong and Ohana.
Presented by Cool Air.
Kala huka I hai ai ilaila kawaia kane uia kona uia oi ai hea kawaia kane ai I kaulana kala I ka pai o pua I ke kai a mai ana mani hoa makamole mai o le hua ai ilaila kawaia kane uia kona uia oi ai hea kawaia kane ai ki kuahiwi ke kualotu ke avava I ka Hawaiʻi ai ilaila kawaia kane uia kona uia oi ai hea kawaia kane avalani valeno ai aki kamaiki e inui ka awa laulani ka awa kani kanua kuai kahiki aulu alau a ono i kahiki Paʻakai aela a hokai ki kanoa a mai lai ki ana e koi kalai ki ku he mai ki kai mai o na kuali ia pau ana ia koi kalai ki ku he mai ki kai mai o na la la ia pau ana ia koi kalai ki ku he mai ki kai mai o na vela wali ia pau ana ia koi kalai ki ku he mai ki kai mai o na wali ia pau he ola a kani ko o la lau la lia u ka iole a kolo ku ai iola kanalo iola ka koe
For 13 years, Nakamakai has assumed the kuleana of connecting our keiki to the ocean and restoring their relationship with our most vital natural resource.
Nakamakai's purpose is to put children in the ocean safely where they can comfortably create a relationship that builds and builds and builds. And with that connection to the ocean, we create self-confident and proactive youth that become our leaders in the community.
The Alakai Mentorship Program teaches us to be better stewards of the community and ocean.
We volunteer at Nakamakai's ocean clinics,
working hands-on with other children,
learning from our kupuna and sharing that knowledge.
This helps us to develop the self-respect and self-reliance we need to accomplish our goals.
We are leaders in the community who want a healthier ocean.
What's an alakai?
I don't know.
So an alakai is a leader. The definition of alakai is leader, and when my dad created the program, he wanted to create ocean leaders to share and take care of the ocean and lead by example.
Well, what she did was influence a lot of kids. Dwayne is one of them, and he'll never forget because it helped him to be who he is today.
She just made everyone's day better, you know, and in some cases, people's lives better. I mean, anyone who's ever seen her in the water, her relationship with the ocean and makaha, I mean, it was like she would kneel down or she would bend down and the wave would barrel over her. I mean, that's the kind of connection she had, you know.
All right, Dwayne, we are with a very special Papa Hi'inalu behind us. Tell me about it.
Yeah, McKenna, this is the surfboard that I won the 2010 World Longboard Championships on.
Amazing. And is that around the same time you started Nakamakai?
It is. It's 2 years after we started Nakamakai, actually, in 2008. But the amazing part about 2008 is coming together with my wife, her friend Mary, and really bringing the ideas together to actually form our ocean clinics, our Alakai program. And 13 years later now, we've put so many children in the ocean. It's just been a blessing, and it really reminds me of and been influenced by Auntie Rel. Yes. You know, her love and aloha really shines through in the projects we do.
Yes, and you're continuing to elevate the keiki of our lahui. You know, everyone, we all know that our nonprofits depend on the generosity and kindness of our community support. And tonight is the night to be your most generous and your most kindest, and join in the fun on our online auction.
The Paʻakai online auction is presented by Kaka'ako Eats.
Join in the fun for a good cause. The Nakamakai Paʻakai auction.
Register now at nakamakai.org or simply text Paʻakai Gala to 56651.
If you see something you just gotta have, click buy it now and it's yours.
The auction will be live until October 6th.
And you can also make a tax-deductible donation.
Everyone who donates $100 and more will get a Children of the Sea Nakamakai CD.
It's a benefit for our keiki and our kai.
Keiki aloha, kai aloha. Mahalo for supporting us.
All right, Dwayne, it looks like we have some pretty awesome items over here.
We do, and we're gonna start off with our Patagonia items here. It's amazing what they've donated for our auction, and you know what? I think there's good deals to be had.
I know, I don't even know what that is and I want that. What is that down there? The Nomad?
That would be a barbecue.
No.
Yep.
Amazing. And Dwayne, what is this over here?
Well, it's a stand-up paddle that we have in the auction with a little package with it, but you're not gonna be able to find that in the stores.
I love it. I love all of it. I could talk about this stuff all day, but let's take a break and play some tunes. Here are some sweet sounds from Children of the Sea, Nakamakai, by Haku Keiki, featuring Kimi Minor, Paula Funga, Taimane Gardner, Tiara Gomes, and 14 Keiki ages 6 and up who wrote and performed all the songs on the album.
Music for the Paʻakai Gala is presented by Haku Collective.
Welcome back to the Paʻakai Gala.
In 2020 and 21, Nakamakai has been able to accomplish a few major milestones in the nonprofit's 13-year journey.
Welcome to Halau Nakamakai here at Neneu Bay, also known as Pokai Bay. After we started the organization, it was apparent that we needed a permanent home for our programs and activities. So we started looking for partners who could help us build this dream. 8 years ago, I approached WCIT Architecture with an idea to design and acquire a permanent site for the daily activities and headquarters of Nakamakai. Together with board chair Bud Antonellis, we found the perfect location right here in Waianae. And now we're just a few months away from opening Halau Nakamakai. We'd like to thank the U.S. Army and the Waianae community for the partnership and support in establishing this amazing resource for keiki to depend on, a safe destination for all keiki to come for after-school programming and a unique connection to the sea. With a generous donation from Dawson Group, we've been able to transform this structure into a youth education center accessible to the Waianae community and the people all over Oahu.
Wow, resources like that did not exist when we were growing up. Nā Kamakai's really created strong partnerships that benefit our children today.
Each year, Nā Kamakai recognizes people who have dedicated their lives to Hawaii and emulate Nā Kamakai's vision. The Ho'okele Award highlights and honors up-and-coming leaders who have dedicated their lives to Hawaii's community and natural environment for the benefit of future generations. The Ho'okele Award is presented to Alicia Higa.
Alicia Higa, to me, deserves the Ho'okele Award because she is someone who takes action as soon as things arise, really changing the trajectory of understanding that health starts at home, and health isn't only when you come to the hospital, but it can be preventative. So good food means good health.
Aloha, my name is Alicia Higa. I'm the Director of Health Promotion for the Waianae Coast Comprehensive Health Center. So during COVID, we had to pivot from that nice community wellness event type of things. We did a lot of work with Dwayne DeSoto and Nā Kamakai to do Maukatomakai, which was a big event. And so we did a lot of different big events for our community. All of them were free. Our focus was really on connecting our community to culture, to the food that's grown within our community, to sustainability, to being good stewards of the land that we live in.
Alicia's role in the community is crucial to how we move forward. She's a fierce leader, she's a champion.
She's really olu, very sweet, but very competent, and is a really good community organizer.
Nā Kamakai and Waianae Comp have partnered in the past on the Mauka Makai projects, bringing all the employees to the beach, introducing them to different activities in the ocean, healthy activities that relate to our culture, our keiki, and also preserving our health.
Definitely is a great idea to have your employees and have the community look at the ahupua at our watershed, from the mountains to the sea, from the highest part of the peaks and the clouds, all the way out to the furthest horizon.
Makeke Market at Waianae Mall, she took that idea and ran with it. And she says, okay, I'm going to challenge you guys, and I'm going to see, here's what we have in the community. This is what grows really well. This is how you prepare it. Now go home and prepare it. Go home and eat it. It's good food for you. So, I love that idea of what she's done.
And then the pandemic hit, and we were trying to figure out how could we best meet the needs of our community. And so, last year during the pandemic, we spent almost $2 million on local produce for our community. And that went out directly to keiki and kupuna. We did over 400,000 meals, and we distributed a total of over 4.2 million pounds of food during this pandemic.
Alicia Higa is an example of the secret sauce that drives the health centers. So you saw these drive-thrus, which I would go down, I would marvel at them. At the mall, I mean, thousands of people at a time being helped in one day.
Every member that came through that food line was so grateful to all the volunteers and to Waianae Comp and to everyone that was there because they needed the food,
Her commitment is so deep. It's amazing what she's been able to pull in just around the idea of community wellness, food as medicine, and just taking care of each other in our community. I honor her so deeply.
It's my pleasure to introduce the 2021 Ho'okele Award presented by Waianae Coast Comprehensive Health Center, awarded to Alicia Higa.
Huge mahalo to Dwayne DeSoto and Nā Kamakai for this amazing award. And I accept this award on not behalf of just myself, but our entire community. My staff, our health center, our community partners, so honored to be awarded alongside Auntie Rel. And we look forward to so many more community events that we can partner with you on. Mahalo.
Ho'omai Alicia, and mahalo to all the healthcare heroes at Waianae Coast Comprehensive Health Center. We truly honor you all.
You've been away for so long, but even the winds remember your song. You are the salt even when you're gone. Forgotten waves returning at dawn. Just me and you, Manuku, together we're flying. Drums of the deep, paku ikui. Hear me calling, come play with me. We are the children of the sea. Come home to me. We are the children of the sea. We are the You are a light in the deep, a beautiful ray reflecting on me. Nakiai, keepers of the sea. Kai aloha, no na keiki. Just me and you, Manuku, together we're flying. Drums of the deep, paku ikui. Hear me calling, come play with me. We are the children of the sea. Come home to me. We are the children of the sea. We are the
She lived life with passion, with courage, with love and respect for her environment and for people.
You know, she was stoked on life and surfing and lifeguarding in her Makaha community.
You could see just how much she loved her community and loved people and how much she loved life.
The Paʻakai Virtual Gala for Nakamakai is proudly presented by Patagonia and also sponsored by Waianae Coast Comprehensive Health Center, Hawaiian Electric Industries and Hawaiian Electric, Kaka'ako Eats, First Hawaiian Bank, Cool Air, and these community partners. Himai Kako, welcome back to the Paʻakai Gala.
All right, aloha everyone. McKenna here with Duke Kahanamoku Waterman Hall of Fame member Dwayne DeSoto. All right, Dwayne, I love the album Children of the Sea, Nakamakai. Tell me about the collab.
Opportunities arise, and it made so much sense for us to give our education pillars to a broader audience, more keiki. And we were able to talk story back and forth and create all the meaning that comes out in our in-action, in the ocean activities, but share it in mele that sounds so beautiful and actually are enjoyable if you don't even really understand the meaning of it all.
Yeah, well, it's in Olelo, Hawaii, which helps understand the meaning. I think when kids and adults connect to it, it's an absolutely beautiful album. Garnered so many awards at the Island Music Awards, as well as nominated at the 2021 Nahoku Hanohano Awards. And just FYI, you can download or stream Children of the Sea, Nakamakai, on your favorite music platform.
Okay, are you ready for a bit of magic here? Our next item up for bid, Carissa Moore's surfboard. Are you kidding me? Autographed by the world champion and Olympic gold medalist, the pride of Hawaii. She donated this board. She actually wrote it, and you can bid on it. right now. It's priceless. Go ahead, register for the online auction at nakamakai.org or simply text Paʻakai Gala to 56651.
Join in the fun for a good cause.
The Nakamakai Paʻakai auction.
Register now at nakamakai.org or simply text Paʻakai Gala to 56651.
If you see something you just gotta have, click buy it now and it's yours.
The auction will be live until October 6th.
And you can also make a tax-deductible donation.
Everyone who donates $100 and more will get a Children of the Sea Nakamakai CD.
It's a benefit for our keiki and our kai.
Keiki aloha, kai aloha. Mahalo for supporting us.
All right, Dwayne, it is incredible to see all the auction items that we have for bid that everyone can bid on. Let's talk about some from maybe Kona Brewing Company.
Yeah, we have 3 packages from Kona Brewing Company. So look at each of them very carefully because they're very loaded. And especially, I gotta say, look at the one that comes with the Yeti cooler.
I know. I think I'm gonna be bidding on this one or the one where you can get a $100 gift card and go fill up at Kona Brewing Company.
Boom.
Sold. And you know, I also love the Nakamakai packages because you get towels that have mo'olelo and story to them, right?
Yes, and one of the mo'olelos is the KAI acronym that we created. KAI means the ocean, but KAI stands for Know Your Limits, Ask a Lifeguard, and Identify the Hazards. Something really fun to practice with your kids before you go to the beach.
I love it. KAI, powered by Ike.
Aloha guys! I'm going to be teaching you guys about Kai ocean safety. Be aware of your surroundings and never turn your back to the ocean, because you never know when a wave might sweep you up, take you to sea. And this is why I'm teaching you guys about Kai. K, know your limits. A, ask a lifeguard. And I, identify the hazards. K, know your limits. A, ask if you can go in it. I, identify the rocks and waves and seas of change.
K, know your limits. A, ask if you can go in it. I,
identify the rocks and waves and seas of change. Oh, Mali, E.
Aikele a kahalupa o ke kai ke. E kilo aku.
Oh, Mali, E. Aikele a
kahalupa o ke kai.
Welcome back to the Paʻakai Gala.
Nakamakai Ocean Clinics are presented by First Hawaiian Bank.
The ocean clinics are really integral in bringing our children back to their kupuna. It's connecting them back through generational knowledge. And what the ocean clinics do is they provide that connection for them to once again reunite with the land and the ocean. And so the Ike Kupuna, or the wisdom of our ancestors, is embedded in each of the stations. And as the children are learning about ocean safety, they're learning about the way in which we understand the ocean in a way that's accessible for keiki.
Like if you go to Nakamakai, you see stations and you see kids actually instructing, using the young generation to teach the younger generation or even the bigger generation. That's what Nakamakai is, children of the sea.
My job is just to pass on my kuleana, my knowledge on the ocean. And that's why we're here. We're here to pass on everything to the kids so the kids can get akamai. I think I get more fun, than the kids.
The most important thing is ocean safety. So we need to share that with the community, with the world.
Oh, Oh, those are great interviews with all the DeSoto uncles. And now Keahi will have the honor of announcing the Paʻakai Award.
Nakamakai takes great pride in recognizing people in our community who've been long-standing leaders and role models, and there is nobody more deserving of this honor than our next awardee. The Paʻakai Award, presented by HEI and Hawaiian Electric, is given with great aloha to the late Rel Sun.
Aloha. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Jan Sun Carrera, Rel Sun's daughter, and for those of you who know Mom, know how much she loved the West Side and all the keiki and the community and what they had to offer. She's an excellent diver, canoe paddler, pro surfer, first woman lifeguard in Hawaii. Thousands of keiki called her auntie, and she and a handful of her friends put pro surfing on the map. I'm sure you heard the stories of how she had little surf meets for me on my birthday and invited the neighborhood kids, and she'd recycle her trophies. And it was so much fun and such a success that birthed the beloved Menehune Surf Contest that we have till today. She called Makaha God's country, and she would share that with all her family and friends because she wanted them to see what she loves so much. And just seeing kids hanging out, doing nothing with their life, and her being a single parent, having a child, a young child, she was worried. So she thought to get them young in the ocean, exercise, get them in the mountains, get them on the reef to explore. She wanted them to know how blessed they were to live where they did and what the ocean and land had to offer. Not just for its beauty or the playground that it provided, but for its resources and food and knowledge. And that became her mission. After she passed in '98, we formed a nonprofit organization that operated exclusively on charitable, scientific, and educational purposes, specifically to educate the keiki and the community on sportsmanship and the environment, combat juvenile delinquency, and raise monies for breast cancer research. Now, fast forward 2021, women pro surfers are making more money, and surfing and skateboarding are in the Olympics. And some of her alumni Menehunes were chosen to represent Hawaii in the US. And one of them, Carissa Moore, brought home the gold. I'm still crying about that. Oh my kai Carissa, you hammer.
The gold's going to Hawaii, where surfing all began.
Aloha, my name is Kamana. I just wanted to give a huge mahalo to Uncle Dwayne for all that he's done.
Aloha kako, my name is Kamalani, and I just want to start off by saying thank you. Mahalos so much. It really is an honor to receive this award. Kamana and I were so lucky that we can still hear stories and memories from other people today about how she was an inspiration, and we can still feel her presence with us.
Mahalo nui loa Malia, Dwayne, DeSoto Ahana, and Nakamakai for gifting Mom with the Paʻakai Award. We are truly honored and humbled for this award. What Nakamakai does for our keiki, our state, our community is beyond. Connection is key, and you're doing it, mai kai. Everything you stand for, ocean safety, stewardship, conservation, and Hawaiian culture, keiki aloha, kai aloha, all the culture and values and connecting our keiki with the kai and the aina, your amazing programs you do at Nakamakai clinics, your valuable mana'o and na'oau and kuleana that you instill in them. You make them aware of their surroundings, they're engaged, and value our traditions. And you also get our adult community to be engaged and the opportunity to give back as well to the community. Priceless. Seriously, genius. Mahalo. There are just no words. I value you. I value our village. I am grateful every day for this village that Mom's given us.
Oh, Rel, we really miss you very, very much.
Yeah.
She's been such a wonderful, wonderful person in our life. We love her very dearly.
Yeah. Oh, fishing, swimming, surfing.
Always smiling. That smile was infectious.
Rel was a true water woman. You know, she could outdive most of the guys. Not on the coast, but I think almost in the whole world. She could hold her breath forever. You know, her and my dad, the ocean was their supermarket, you know, where they would go and not just feed their families, but they would feed the whole beach.
The Paʻakai Virtual Gala for Nakamakai is proudly presented by Patagonia and also sponsored by Waianae Coast Comprehensive Health Center, Hawaiian Electric Industries and Hawaiian Electric, Kaka'ako Eats, First Hawaiian Bank, Cool Air, and these community partners. Hey Mai, welcome back to the Nakamakai Paʻakai Gala.
This year, Nakamakai's Alakai received materials and instructional videos from Pohaku Stone so they could build their own holua sleds.
So holua sleds, is another form of a sliding sport here in Hawaii, and he'e holua is what it's actually known as. It was an opportunity for us to do an at-home project with the Alakai program. It was a culturally appropriate activity that the keiki can learn skills and also learn how surfing has been extended to the land.
Oh, Dwayne, that looks like fun. If you build me one, Arishu.
You're on, McKenna. What's your wager?
All right, speaking of wagers, the reason we're here is to support our keiki and our ocean. So be sure to get your bids in to the online auction going on now through October 6th. And hot tip, if you see something you really like, just click buy it now and it's yours. What would you buy now, Dwayne?
I would love to get this Gyotaku one-of-a-kind fish art lamp by Naoki.
Ooh, you guys get your bids on.
The auction winner will be the first one to own one of these. It features a beautiful glass float that illuminates when the lamp is turned on.
What I love about this is every dollar raised will stay right here in Hawaii.
And it'll go directly to Halau Nakamakai and all of our various programs.
Join in the fun for a good cause.
The Nakamakai Paʻakai auction.
Register now at nakamakai.org or simply text Paʻakai Gala to 56651.
If you see something you just gotta have, click buy it now and it's yours.
The auction will be live until October 6th.
And you can also make a tax-deductible donation.
Everyone who donates $100 and more will get a Children of the Sea Nakamakai CD.
It's a benefit for our keiki and our kai.
Keiki aloha, kai aloha. Mahalo for supporting us.
There are so many items in the online auction that we don't have time to show them all. But we do want to show you a couple more.
Like this Nomad Grill and Smoker package comes with 10 pounds, you guys, of Nomad firewood, a 100% all-natural fruit wood charcoal.
And you can bid on a fresh box from Maui Nui venison and lots more.
Woo, I am bidding on all of them. I'm getting on the auction right now to bid online.
Rel was very instrumental in the early days of women's pro surfing, and she was one of the pioneer women pro surfers. She wasn't just a surfer, she was a water person, a water woman. You'd have the term waterman. Well, she was a water woman, and she spanned the globe of ocean-related sports, surfing, fishing, spearfishing, all of it. So she really was a water woman of great renown. And she gave so much back to the sport, and probably the best was how she mentored kids with that Menehune contest which she created.
We have a Dukahana Moku, we have an Eddie Aikau, we have a Rel Sun. She's the original influencer.
Every surfer, there is a wave, a perfect moment. Catch it when it breaks. Every adventure is yours to chase. Enjoy the ride, 'cause it's not a race. Oh, lali, hey, mali, hey. Listen carefully. When in doubt, don't go out
that was beautiful. You know, something else that is new with Nakamakai is a Chief Operating Officer.
Our management team is growing. Just a few months ago, we hired our first COO, Matt Kaue. We know with Matt's skill set and background, we're gonna take the organization to the next level.
Mahalo, McKenna and Dwayne. I'm super excited about the opportunity to join Nakamakai and advance its unique vision and mission. Nakamakai affords me the opportunity to involve my children and my ohana in the work that we do, and I could not have asked for anything more. Nakamakai's founder, Dwayne DeSoto, and board of director, Billy Pratt, played an integral role in telling the story of how Hawaii's own Duke Kahanamoku shared surfing with the world and broke racial boundaries along the way. It is our privilege to show a quick trailer from a new documentary based on Duke Kahanamoku called Waterman.
At 14, Duke Kahanamoku embraced his responsibility to master the ultimate Hawaiian tradition, becoming a waterman.
A waterman is someone who can do everything in the water.
As a kid in Hawaii, you wanted to be a waterman, and the Duke was the big kahuna.
To us, he's the king of surfing.
No American athlete has influenced two sports as profoundly as Duke Kahanamoku.
He was on the world stage, even though the world wasn't ready for it.
All of a sudden, it's like he's a superstar.
Jim Thorpe, Jesse Owens, Jack Johnson, and lost in that shuffle is Duke's role as a racial pioneer.
He did encounter overt racism. He was able to break a lot of color lines.
The amount of pride that he was able to give to his people. He was one of the biggest celebrities in the world.
Aloha.
He had come from nowhere to the Olympic team in 3 months, which is an unrivaled story in Olympic history.
He changed the world with the Kahanamoku kick, the same kick that Michael Phelps learned.
A superhuman feat. He's bringing a sport that nobody has seen before to their shores.
I think that Duke shared surfing with the world because it was the greatest gift that he had received in his life, and he wanted other people to experience it.
He rescued so many people. Life-saving wasn't a profession back then.
There are true heroes in the world, and he was one of them.
Duke accomplished the seemingly impossible. The story of one of America's greatest icons. When the world saw Duke, they saw Hawaii.
So super pumped, Dwayne, and looking forward to this movie's release. And a quick reminder to everyone to go online and check on their bids.
And can we remind everyone to follow Nakamakai on social media?
I think you just did, brother.
Perfect.
Wonderful. All right, and with that, we gotta hele mahalo nui for having me. Aloha.
Aloha no, and mahalo for supporting Nakamakai through the online auction and direct donations. Let's keep it going. Keep supporting Keiki Aloha, Kai Aloha. For McKenna Maduli, I'm Keahi Tucker saying, ahui ho.
Open our eyes to the night sky where we spend so much of our time. It's a long way back home, but we know we are not alone. Hokulea, hikianalia, shining bright. We will find you, we will find you chasing the stars. We will hold you forever in our hearts. Okupa'a, okupa'a, standing in the sky. Okupa'a, okupa'a, be our guide. Open our hearts to the ocean on a voyage across the horizon. Know your story.